My name is Dom Makin. I'm the Dogfather. We run a dog walking, dog boarding and dog daycare business which covers the whole of southwest London. How do we get paid faster? That's a $1 million question. Some clients are better at it than others. We invoice our clients on the last day of the month. They are contracted to pay within 7 working days of receiving the initial invoice. Most of them do, some take a little bit longer, but overall we have quite an efficient payment from clients.
Hi, I'm Mark Barrett and I'm the Financial Controller of Gentrack UK, a software company in the energy sector. I'm a Sage business expert and I write blogs and make videos for Sage, giving good advice to smart businesses around the world. A lot of small companies are not being paid fast enough, and this is causing them a great deal of pain. It's damaging their businesses and putting some businesses out of business. Realistically, cash is the lifeblood of your business. If you haven't got enough cash coming in, it can't go out, so you can get yourself into a bit of a sticky situation. So you do have to consider what is it that you need to know to ensure you're being paid fast enough. Here's several things that you can do to ensure you get paid faster. I think first of all, you need to consider about getting your invoices in on time. So many businesses will do the work, then leave it for a couple of weeks before they raise an invoice. You need to get used to raising your invoice immediately. As soon as you've completed the work, raise the invoice, get it sent in. One of the easiest ways to get your invoice in quickly, soon after you've completed the work, is if you're using an online accounting system. You've completed the work, raise the invoice and submit direct from your mobile phone, and the client receives it at their email immediately. You could actually be sending the invoice while you're still on site, or as soon as you're sitting in the car outside having completed the job. One of the things you need to consider is that your customers want to know what they're paying for. So make sure you put plenty of detail on your invoice that clearly explains what it is that you've delivered. That way you're less likely to get any queries from your client as to what it is included in this invoice. You could put on separate lines the time that was spent, the materials that were used, any additional costs that may be relevant for the client to know about. So examples of details might be, if you're a dog walker, you're going to list down the names of the dogs and the dates that they were walked. One of the other things that's really important about invoices are the payment terms that you're agreeing with your clients. Be very aware of what it is that you're asking your clients to conform to. So if you're going to put 30 days after invoice, that's your target, to be paid within 30 days. But if you put 30 days net, you could find that you've got a 60-day payment term and you're having to wait 2 months before you get your money. So ensure that you clearly communicate this with your clients. They know what your terms are, and on your invoices have a payment due date so they can quite clearly see when you expect to be paid. It's human nature to not want to pay a large invoice quickly. There's always that fear that something's wrong in there, or you don't fully understand what it is you're paying for, so you're more likely to hold back payment and query it. And I think there's a couple of key ways that you can deal with that to try and avoid that situation. If it's a large project, have milestone payments, so you're going to break it down into several smaller invoices that there's going to be less resistance paying. Sometimes it's more useful to send multiple invoices for smaller amounts. That way you'll find that maybe 3 of your 4 invoices get paid straight away, and the one that's raising the query is the smaller amount that's going to be withheld for a little bit longer, rather than holding back payment on all 4. something I hear a lot is that it's all about communication. And I think that's something you have to consider within your business as well, because people don't generally do businesses with business, they do business with people. And having that personal connection can really help ensuring that you're getting paid quicker, because it's a person you're dealing with. It's a name that you know when you speak to them over the phone. Having a little handwritten note on the bottom of your invoice saying, thank you for doing business with us, I really enjoy doing business with you. Those types of personal touch will make a connection with people, and therefore they're more likely to respond positively, more likely to want to pay you on time.
Our booking system and software is fantastic, and it's allowed me to scale up the business, keep the business manageable and controllable. And the system also allows me to bulk invoice, so I can see what clients, what services they've had, and then I send their invoices on the last day of the month. It's very handy as well, so for any late payments, as I said, some clients aren't quite as good as others, so I go through my bank statements, I receipt all payments, and then it tells me how many days late the client is at paying. So I then start calling them and asking to get paid.